Hi, everybody. Welcome back to English class. This week, we have been talking about the letter R, right? And what does R sound like? R sounds like er. And we were also talking yesterday about the earth because it was Earth Day and different ways that we can take care of the earth and help to keep it clean. And there were three R words that we talked about, right? And they were reduce, recycle, and reuse. And you hear the sound in the beginning of all of those. We also have for the letter R, the rooster behind me, the rainbow right here, right? And this is our capital R and our lowercase r. We read the book Little Red Riding Hood, Red and Riding Hood, begin with R. And here is the color red. All right, what shape begins with the letter R? We have rectangle, rectangle. We also have our sight word of the week. Our sight word of the week begins with the letter R. Who remembers what it is? Run. And I wanted to bring you another card that says run today. Who knows Diego, right? This is Diego and he's running. And here's the word run. So it might help you if you can remember seeing run and seeing Diego run. All right. So yesterday we talked about the three R's, like we said, reduce, reuse, and recycle. And you guys should now be familiar with this recycling sign. 2 days ago, you drew a nice, the big R, and it had this recycling sign. And we saw an awful lot of this sign yesterday. So now you know that when you see these three arrows in a triangle, it means recycle. Okay, now that you are familiar with the recycling sign, I wanted to do a little work with colors. So who recognizes this sight word? Look, it's right on it's right behind me, right over my left shoulder. Do you see how these look the same? B-L-U-E spells blue. And this container is blue. You will often see blue recycling containers. We're going to pull this, and I'm going to put the blue recycling bin right here. Next, we have a yellow recycling bin. See, yellow starts with Y, sounds like yellow. Then we have you know this one, right? We've been doing this one. This is red. We have a red recycling bin. And G for green, green. We'll put this one down here. Now, very quickly, I want to recycle. Let's sort our recycling by color. So first we have a can. This is an aluminum can, a soda can. This would go in the red recycling bin. All of these things are recyclable that I will be showing you. Next, we have a cardboard milk container. This would go in the paper bin. And for the color, it goes under the blue bin. Then we have a yellow envelope or envelope. Some people say envelope, some people say envelope. Both are correct. An envelope is made of paper. So it would go in the paper recycling and it goes under the yellow bin. Next, we have a notebook. Notebooks are made of, there's paper inside, and the outside is made of a thick paper or cardboard. And this is going to go under the color green. Because remember, here we're not sorting by type, we're sorting by color. Now we have a red cereal box, and the cereal box will go in the red bin, and that is made out of paper. Then we have a tissue box. This is made of paper, so it's recyclable, and it will go under what color? Yellow. Okay, now I am going to go into super duper fast speed and sort all of these recyclables into their proper color bins so that we can move on to shapes. Looks pretty funny, doesn't it? And last but not least, we have a blue water bottle, and plastic water bottles are recyclable. So we will put it in the blue bin. And there you have it. We have recycled and sorted by color. All right, everybody. So now that we worked on the colors, I want to work on shapes, okay? There are two kinds of shapes. There are 2D or two-dimensional shapes and 3D or three-dimensional shapes. And we've talked a little bit about both in class, but we'll do both today. So let's start with the two-dimensional shapes. That means that they are flat, right? A flat shape. So what shape is our Earth? This is a circle. It's round. It's a circle. What about this one? This is not a circle because it's longer. This is an oval. Oval. What letter does oval start with? O. This is a diamond. Diamond starts with D. This is a heart. Heart starts with H. What about this one? This looks like a sign that you all probably know and you're used to seeing it in red. This is an octagon. Octagon has 8 sides if you count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sides is an octagon. Now, what letter does octagon start with? Is O. So we have 2 shapes that both begin with an O. This one has the long sound, oval, and this has the short sound, octagon. Then we have the rectangle. We have a triangle and a square. What does square start with? S for square. So those are all the 2D shapes. That means that they are flat. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's take where is it? The circle, right? This is flat. If I turn it this way, it basically disappears. You see it this way, but you don't see it this way. It has height, which is tall, up and down. It has width, which is side to side. But it doesn't have any depth. Depth means how deep something is. How far back does it go? It's paper thin because it's paper, right? So this is 2D. 3D means that it has the same thing. It's tall, it's wide, but it also goes front to back, okay? I'll show you what I mean. The difference between this and this. If I turn this to the side, it almost disappears. If I turn this to the side, it doesn't disappear because it's got depth. Now, a circle that is three-dimensional, this would be, if it's round like a ball or round like a globe or round like the earth, this is called a sphere. This is a sphere, right? So now let's take a square. Same thing. This is two-dimensional. It doesn't have any depth. It's tall, it's wide, but if I turn it this way, it disappears because it doesn't have any depth. This is a square. If I turn this from 2D into 3D, I get a cube. A cube. Remember the Rubik's Cube? A cube. So this would be a square, just the front, but the whole thing is a cube. All right. Then we have, how about this? Who knows what shape this is? What is this? Well, this is a birthday hat, but what shape, three-dimensional shape is this? It's not a triangle because a triangle would be flat, and this is not flat. You see it? It's not flat. I'll give you a hint. If you forget, do this. Flip it over and pretend that there's ice cream in it, and it would be an ice cream cone. This shape is a cone, right? If it were flat, it would be a triangle, but it's not flat, so this is a cone. Remember the ice cream cone. Then we have a cylinder. This is a cylinder. This is really an oatmeal container, but the shape of the oatmeal container is a cylinder, okay? It's round, it's a circle on the top and on the bottom, but it's tall and it's deep. So this is a cylinder. And there's one more, but I couldn't find anything in my house. Okay, so I decided I have to make one for you. So here we have a triangle. Who has mag formers at home or something like it? They're pretty cool. So this is a triangle. This is basically flat, right? So I have a triangle. A triangle has 3 sides. Now, if I want to make this into a 3-dimensional object, I'm going to put, check this out, these 3, and I'm going to connect them. Now I'm going to put one of them on the bottom. And now I have a pyramid. This is a pyramid, okay? Pyramid. So I thought, you know what, it would be pretty cool to do the same thing just for fun. We have a square. Now remember, this is 2-dimensional. What is if we make this 2-dimensional square into a 3-dimensional shape, what do we get? Let's find out. So we're going to connect a bunch of squares. So now I have 4 squares, and I'm going to put one more on the top and one more on the bottom, and now I have a cube, right? It's the same shape as this. It's a little bit bigger, but it is a cube. Cool, right? All right, everybody, so we have a sphere, a cube, a cone. Remember, if you forget, it's an ice cream cone, a cylinder, and a pyramid. Great. Now, you have some work to do. You are going to do a color by shape, and they're going to be the 3D shapes, and you are going to paint your own color your own beautiful earth. All right. So remember your colors, remember your shapes, remember to recycle and to reuse and to reduce, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.